So we're gonna talk about Destiny 2. Um, saw an article that came out. Have a link in the description. Man, pardon me. Apparently, if Destiny 2 does not launch sometime this year, Bungie's gonna lose some stock to Activision. Um, oh man, this is not good for Activision. Um, apparently, even though Bungie is not owned by Activision, Activision is just, partnered with Bungie for the Destiny franchise, and they just do the publishing on the game. If for some reason Destiny 2 does not release this year, Activision is going to get a pretty nice slice of Bungie's stock in their company. And to me, that seems kind of shady. So, um, let's discuss a few aspects of, Destiny 2. One thing you should know is Destiny 2 had been delayed from last year. If you didn't know that, like, for me, I didn't really know that. But Destiny 2 was supposed to come out last year, and it got delayed. Well, why was it delayed? Can anyone say Rise of Iron? I didn't buy it. I haven't really bought into Destiny since The Taken King. Which is why, I don't buy into games that take forever and require DLC or expansions to be good. So, I'm not a huge Destiny fan. I don't really buy into it. But I did read in the article that the people who worked on The Taken King are the guys behind Destiny 2. So I don't expect the same failures from the first Destiny to be a part of Destiny 2. Now, let me say that to say this. Activision and Bungie are both quoted as saying that Destiny 2 should appeal to a wider audience. Now, when I hear that, I think Titanfall 2. I think a lot of us think Titanfall 2 when you hear that. And the reason we think that is because, Titanfall 1 didn't reach a massive audience. Mainly because it was only on Xbox, but it was also on a 360. So, I mean, come on. It reached a pretty big audience being on a 360, but it was also on the Xbox One, which we all know doesn't have that big of an audience. But Titanfall 2 reached a really big audience now that it has a campaign mode and it has the online playability. So it reached a pretty big audience, and it doesn't really require massive expansions to be good. So I think when they say that, we're expecting the second one to even be, more improved and to reach more of an audience. We're thinking Titanfall 2, kind of what they did with Titanfall 2. Now, again, when you hear the fact that the same team that worked on The Taken King is kind of working on Destiny 2, you're already like, okay, my expectations for this game is going up here. Because The Taken King is pretty much where people got the idea that Destiny was really, really good. It wasn't from the first two expansions that came out with the game day one. It wasn't until The Taken King came out that people really started to pay attention to Destiny. And you can think or feel some type of way about how I just said that, but I mean, the people I hang out with and the people who associate with me all feel the same type of way. They're like, did you get it because of The Taken King? Did you play it before The Taken King? And I did. I played the game before The Taken King, and to be honest with you, Destiny was the demo, and then they made you pay for the demo and gave you expansions. And if you feel some type of way about that, then that's on you. But again, when you hear that, that kind of gets you a little excited. So, I mean, think about it this way. Activision is some shady shit when you think about that. Think about it for 2 seconds. They help publish the game. Like, they do some publishing for the game. And if for some reason the game is delayed to 2018, they're going to get some stock from Bungie, some company stock. That's some shady shit. And I know I just kind of flipped there, but that's some shady shit. That's a lot of shade right there, man. That's a lot of shade. Um, Especially because you're not really affiliated with them, like at all. You're not own. You don't own them. You don't. That's that's a lot of shit. Um, but I mean, then you think about, okay, the game was technically due out in 2016, and the fact the game was due out in 2016, but was pushed due to the rise of Iron. There's not really a whole lot holding it back this year, so I don't see why it couldn't come out either at E3, around E3 time, or after E3. I don't see the whole reason why I couldn't even make before E3. There's really not a whole lot of reason there. Um, if anything, it should come out this year sometime with ease. Both Bungie and Activision are saying there's not a whole lot of reason why this thing should not come out this year. Um, but I just thought that was kind of interesting. If for some reason this game doesn't come out this year, Activision gets a lot of Bungie stock. And this is coming from people who are inside Bungie and Activision, and they're saying that if it doesn't launch, man, Bungie is destined to lose, no pun intended there, a lot of stock to Activision. How bad of a contract does that have to be for you to sign away stock? You're going to melt your own company for a game that you're going to end up losing everything for. Unfortunately, you're going to go out and your legacy is going to be Halo, because it for damn sure isn't going to be Destiny. I'd hate to see that happen. I'd hate to see that happen. In Activision, you're going to go out as a bitch. If that happens, you're going to go out as a bitch. If that happens. If not, and everything goes planned, cool, everything's good, everything's great. But if it happens that way, you'll both go out as a bitch. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Again, the link is in the description. Go read the article. It's entertaining, to say the least. You can get some info from it that you didn't even know about. I gotta go take care of this cough. I will see y'all guys next time. As always, deuces.